Before we begin, find a position that feels supportive to your body. You may be sitting, lying down, or gently reclined. Allow your shoulders to soften. Let your jaw unclench. Let your breath arrive without forcing it. There is nothing you need to achieve here, nothing to prove, nothing to get right. Just notice that you are here. Now, take a slow breath in through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Again, inhale, steady, calm. Exhale, releasing. And as your breathing finds its own rhythm, I want to speak directly to the part of you that quietly wonders, am I really good enough? Do I belong here? What if they find out I'm not as capable as they think? If these thoughts are familiar, know this first. You are not broken. You are not behind. And you are not alone. Imposter syndrome is not a personal failure. It is a shared human experience, especially among thoughtful, sensitive, capable people. People who care. People who reflect. People who hold themselves to high standards. So today, we are not here to fight that voice. We are not here to shame it or silence it by force. We are here to understand it, to soften its grip, and to return authority back to where it belongs, within you. Bring your awareness now to your body. Notice the points where you are supported. The chair, the bed, the floor beneath you. Feel gravity holding you. Nothing is asking you to rise or perform. You are allowed to rest inside yourself. With each breath out, imagine tension draining downward, out of your shoulders, out of your chest, out of your belly. If your mind begins to wander, that's okay. Simply guide it back, not with frustration, but with kindness. You are safe to be here exactly as you are. Now, gently bring to mind the inner critic, that subtle voice that questions your worth or legitimacy. You don't need to listen closely. Just notice its presence. Perhaps it sounds like, "You're just lucky. You don't really know what you're doing." Everyone else has it figured out. You're one mistake away from being exposed. As you notice these patterns, see if you can observe them without merging with them. These thoughts are experiences, not truths. And now, imagine this voice as a character, not an enemy, but a misguided protector. Because at its core, this voice is trying to keep you safe. Long ago, caution meant survival. Blending in meant protection. Standing out carried risk. So the nervous system learned, stay small, stay alert, don't get it wrong. There is nothing shameful about this. But what once kept you safe no longer needs to run your life. Take a breath here and quietly say to yourself, I see you and I'm safe now. Now, imagine your thoughts as electrical signals, patterns firing in the brain. Imposter syndrome is not a flaw in character. It is a learned loop. A loop strengthened by comparison, by external validation, by environments that rewarded performance over presence. But the brain is adaptable. With awareness and compassion, it can learn new patterns. So as you breathe, imagine each inhale creating space, and each exhale loosening old wiring. You are not here to convince yourself you're perfect. You are here to remember that worth is not earned. Worth is inherent. And from that place, competence grows naturally. Let that truth settle. Not intellectually, but somatically. Notice how your body responds to the idea that you do not need permission to belong. Now, bring to mind someone you care about deeply, someone you support, someone you believe in. Notice how you speak to them when they doubt themselves. You offer reassurance. You remind them of their strengths. You don't demand perfection. Now gently turn that same tone inward. Place a hand over your heart if that feels right. And silently repeat, I am allowed to learn. I am allowed to grow. I do not need to be flawless to be worthy. If resistance arises, that's okay. Let it be there without judgment. Self-compassion is not indulgence. It is regulation. It calms the nervous system so clarity can emerge. Now imagine yourself standing in a quiet, open space. The air is calm. The light is soft and neutral. Ahead of you is a path, not dramatic, not grand, just steady. As you walk forward, notice that with every step, layers fall away. Titles, roles, expectations, comparison. Until you arrive at a clearing. And there, standing across from you, is your authentic self. Not perfected, not performing, just present. Notice how they stand, how they breathe, how little they need to explain. This version of you carries quiet authority, not because they know everything, but because they trust themselves to respond. Take a moment to really see them and notice something important. They are not waiting for approval. Now your authentic self speaks. Not loudly, not dramatically, just clearly. They say, "You don't need to hide what you're still learning. Your humanity strengthens your presence. Your perspective matters because it's yours." Notice how your body reacts to these words. Power does not come from certainty. It comes from alignment. And vulnerability is not weakness. It is what allows trust, connection, and credibility to form. Let this truth settle gently. Now imagine that in your hands appears a book. This is your evidence journal. As you open it, pages begin to fill, not with praise, but with facts. Moments you showed up, times you learned, situations you navigated. Not because you were fearless, but because you were capable. Let these memories surface naturally. You don't need to relive them, just acknowledge them. Your mind may try to dismiss them. That's okay. Simply notice. The evidence exists. Now return your attention to your breath. With every inhale, imagine drawing confidence inward. Not loud, not inflated. Quiet, stable. With every exhale, release the need to impress. You are not here to dominate space. You are here to occupy it honestly. Confidence does not mean knowing everything. It means trusting your capacity to respond. Let that truth anchor into your body. Now imagine a subtle light forming in your chest. Not blinding, not performative, steady. This light represents inner authority. It doesn't shout. It doesn't rush. It simply is. As it expands, it fills your torso, your shoulders, your throat, and notice how your posture shifts naturally. You are not pretending. You are remembering. Silently affirm, I trust myself. I belong in my own life. My presence is enough. As this meditation begins to soften, know this. You may still feel doubts at times. That does not mean you failed. It means you're human. But now you have a relationship with that voice, and you no longer give it the final word. You lead from alignment, not approval. From truth, not performance. Begin to notice your surroundings again. The surface beneath you, the room around you. Take a final slow breath in and release. When you are ready, gently open your eyes and carry this with you. You were never an imposter. You were always becoming. Before you return fully to your day, take one more gentle breath and remember this feeling, the steadiness, the quiet confidence, the knowing that you don't need to prove yourself to belong. If this meditation supported you, I invite you to stay connected. You can subscribe to Meditation Central for more guided meditations that help you release anxiety, quiet self-doubt, and reconnect with your authentic power, gently, at your own pace. You may also want to return to this meditation anytime the inner critic starts to speak louder than your truth. Each time you listen, you strengthen a new relationship with yourself, one built on trust instead of fear. And if you're ready to go deeper, you'll find additional meditations, companion resources, and emotional healing tools waiting for you, created to support the parts of you that are growing, even when they feel unsure. Thank you for giving yourself this time. You are not pretending, you are becoming, and that is more than enough.